I never thought I'd cheer for a fire, but when flames started chewing through Karen's McMansion, I popped the popcorn and watched from my porch like it was the season finale of some twisted reality show. It all kicked off 6 months earlier, when that self-appointed neighborhood tyrant decided my vintage Ford pickup, my fire wagon, as the guys at the shop called it, was a blight on her precious cul-de-sac. She'd slapped a violation notice on my windshield for unauthorized vehicle storage, claiming it violated HOA bylaws she'd rewritten overnight to spite me after I called out her shady pool fund embezzlement at the last meeting. But the real gut punch? When the actual inferno hit, she parked her Escalade dead across the hydrant access, screeching about emergency protocols while sirens wailed in the distance. Picture this. Elmwood Estates, that cookie-cutter slice of American dream in suburban Ohio, where every lawn's manicured to military specs and barbecues are mandatory, but block parties are for approved guests only. I'm Jake Harlan, 42, divorced dad of one, mechanic by trade, and the guy who fixes everyone's leaks but gets zero slack when Karen's on the warpath. She'd been gunning for me since my ex split, taking our kid to Seattle and leaving me with a mortgage and a truck that guzzles gas like a frat boy at last call. Karen? She's the HOA president, 50-something with a bob haircut sharp as her tongue, always an athleisure that screams, "I run this suburb," and a husband who nods like a bobblehead at PDA meetings. Her beef with me started small. My truck parked overnight in the driveway, visible from her picture window. But it escalated when I leaked her expense reports to the group chat, $5,000 on landscaping consultations that turn out to be spa days in Napa. The board cleared her, of course, birds of a feather, but she swore vengeance, turning every meeting into a Jake Harlan roast. Fast forward to that muggy July evening. I'm in my garage, elbow deep in an oil change, when the first wisps of smoke curl over the fence line. Not mine, thank God, but thick, acrid like burnt dreams. Neighbors spill out. Old Mrs. Patel clutching her rosary, the Millers filming for TikTok. Sirens scream closer, and there it is. Engine 47, my buddy Rico at the wheel, lights flashing like a disco apocalypse. But Karen? She's in full fascist mode. Escalade slewed across the fire lane, hazards blinking as she waves her arms like a deranged air traffic controller. No through traffic. HOA Rule 47B. You'll ruin the asphalt. Rico leans out, megaphone blaring. "Ma'am, step aside. This is a structure fire." She doesn't budge, yapping about permits and liability, blocking the hydrant like it's her personal moat. I jog over, heart pounding, not from fear but that sweet, forbidden thrill of schadenfreude. Whispers ripple. It's her garage, extension cord from hell, they say. All those holiday lights stored wrong. The truck creeps forward, inches from her bumper, as flames leap higher, devouring her 3-car setup. The Tesla she'd bragged about leasing on the community's dime, racks of designer bikes melting like dolly clocks, and worst, her vintage wine collection she'd lorded over us at wine tastings. Karen finally clocks it, her baby blue shutters glowing orange, and her face crumples. "Wait, that's... Oh God, move. Move. Too late." Hoses snake out, but the delay's fatal. Water pressure drops, and the blaze jumps to the siding. Firefighters swarm, axes biting into her trim like Judgment Day. She lunges at Rico, shrieking, "This is assault. I'll sue the department." The HOA, but the crowd's turning. Mrs. Patel mutters karma. The Millers video goes viral by midnight. HOA versus fire. By dawn, her place is a sooty skeleton. Insurance pending because, surprise, her policy lapsed after skimping to fund that illegal gazebo. The board ousts her in an emergency Zoom. Neighbors who'd kissed her ring now ghosting her texts. She slinks to a rental across town, husband in tow, posting passive-aggressive Instagrams about betrayals and ungrateful souls. Me? I towed my truck to the shop for a week just to rub it in, and when she slurred my name at the cleanup potluck, blaming me for jinxing her, I raised my solo cup. "To new beginnings, Karen. Yours looks extra crispy." She glared, tears smudging her mascara, and stormed off into the twilight. Revenge isn't always a bonfire, but damn if it doesn't warm the soul on a cold Ohio night.